Peasants' Revolt. The various peasant movements and uprisings during the 19th and 20th century were in the nature of protest against the existing condition under which their exploitation knew no limits. As the peasants are suffered a lot because of the British government and zamindars, they started to protest against the government. In that, the first rebellion is the Santal Rebellion in year 1855 to 56 near the land that is near the hills of Rajmahal in Bihar, and it was the land cultivated by the tribal people of Santals group. This group is called Santals, and then their land was totally, their productions, their cultivations totally was exploited by the landlords and moneylenders, and they started to grab, that is get the lands from the particular groups, that is from the Santal groups, and thus created bitter resentment. Santal groups people-க்கு இது பிடிக்கல, கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சமாக அவங்க ஏமாற்றி லேண்ட் வாங்கிறது பிடிக்கல. So consequently, under the belief of a divine order, around 10,000 Santals gathered under two Santal brothers. The brothers' name is Sidhu and Kangu, and they started to free up their countries from the foreign oppressors. So the total 10,000 members under this brothers' guidance, they started to rebel, and they started to protest against the European planters, officers, railway engineers, zamindars, and moneylenders. They started to attack these group of people, and this attack continued till February 1856, and at last the movement was put down with a heavy hand, and also the government declared that area which was lived by the Santal group of people as Santal Parhanas. Parhanas is a place, it is now we are calling as a city state like that. Parhana is a place during the British government. This provinces was divided into parganas, that is state was divided into city like that. Parhana is a city like that, the division. Okay, as like that, the place where this Santal people was lived was declared as Santal Parhana, and by that the Santal groups, they create their identity, and they could be safeguarded from external encroachment of their peoples. Next is the Indigo Revolt. This Indigo Revolt happened in Bengal in the year 1859 to 60, where the planters, that is the cultivators, was totally forced by the European planters, European indigo planters. They forced the Indian cultivators to grow indigo for their need, and they buy this indigo at a very cheap price, which is not even bear by the farmers for their life to sustain. அவங்களோட வாழ்க்கைக்கு அவங்களுக்கு பத்தாத அளவுக்கு they get their income from this European planters. So this was not liked by the people, farmers, but the European planters are not ready to leave the person. They forced the planters to sell the crop at cheap rate, and they also there was also cases of kidnapping, looting, flogging, and burning. As the planters was against the British people, they started to do this, and two persons, Dihambar Biswas and Vishnu Charan, they both Vishnu Charan Biswas, they both started to collect the farmers of Nadia district and gave the indigo cultivation. They totally started to protest that they were not hereafter won't cultivate the indigo at the year of September 1859, and then they burned the factories. At last the government put Act 4 of 1862, and by that the European planters, they started to move out of Bengal and live in Bihar and Uttar Pradesh. So to create awareness for this protest, Dinabandhu Mitra, a person wrote a drama called Nil Darpan in Bengali, and his aim was to attract, to draw the attention of the people and government towards the mystery of this indigo cultivators.